Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all good. I am using a brand new resin in today's video. Brand new to me, I've never tried it before. This is the Ultra Cast XT. This is by Elichem. Now, so many of us have heard of Elichem. I've used multiple products from them in the past, and they asked me if I would like to try out this resin, which they are absolutely in love with, and the price is seriously amazing. So I said, of course, yes please. I'm always happy to try new resins. The book I got with this kit was unreal. Like, it had so much detail on this resin. It was incredible, and the entire book is filled with all of the products that Elichem do in their entire range, across ecos, across everything. So a really good read actually to see what it is they do. Now, this resin is an epoxy resin, 24-hour cure, measurable 2:1 by weight or volume, and it has got a really high heat resistancy on it as well. So here I am just measuring out my 2:1 by weight. Sometimes if I have the option of weight or volume, I will choose weight just because I feel like it's more accurate than my eyes. My eyes can often let me down, even with the calibrated cups. At first I thought it was quite a thick resin, but the more I stirred it and the more they integrated together, it became a really lovely, medium viscosity. It was really lovely to work with. Now, these molds, let's get into it. Guys, you know, these were my favorite molds last year. I absolutely adore them. I bought myself a new pack for this year, although last year's are perfectly fine, but that was a 2-pack, and I bought a 3-pack. I didn't even know you could get them in a 3-pack. My absolute favourite Christmas molds, I have to say, that probably ever existed. Now, I was desperate to try this again. This was the Silver Diamonds by Yvonne at Resin Supplies Den, and I decided I wanted to try it, but I wasn't going to stop there. We are going to go all out with the white and the glitter bling. So I've got a selection here. I've got the Super Sparkle White, sadly no longer available. The Colour Cottage are no longer open. However, we have got the alternative, which is this one here, the Luxury Sparkle Mica. This is from Just For You Online. We've got the beautiful, beautiful diamond glitter from Yvonne. We've got the Silver Stars from Yvonne. And I was toying with the idea of using some of the white liquid pigment in these as well. But as I kind of progressed through the project and I started pouring my resins, I decided we're just going to go seriously bling. Like, it feels like I was walking into a diamond store where all of the diamonds are on display and we get the most magnificent view. I decided to leave the white out. We're just going to go sparkle, sparkle. So here you see me just pouring a few pots. I've got out 5 pots here. We end up not using the 5th, but I'm pouring out some of my Just For You Online Sparkle Mica. Into the next one, we are pouring out some of that Super Sparkle White from the Colour Cottage. Again, the static on these is unreal. You can see it on the screen. It just wants to escape and it just wants to fly away and stick to everything in sight. So yeah, we've got those 2 sparkles, and next up we're going to be pouring in some of this diamond. Now, I truly believe this is my most favourite sparkle product that I've ever used and ever seen. It genuinely looks like crushed glass mixed in with diamonds and all of the most blingy yumminess you could ever imagine in just one thing. So first thing I'm going to be doing in the new year is ordering me some more of this diamond. Now, into that last pot, I put in some of the Silver Stars, also from Yvonne over at Resin Supplies Den, and then I just poured in a teeny amount of resin into each pot. At this point, I'm going for an abstract blingy stag design with no real rhyme or reason or where I don't really know my plan. I just know that I want my stags to have a combination of all of these. Now, when it came to mixing in that Just For You Online Super Sparkle mica, it was very much more of a champagne colour than a white. It wasn't as white as I was looking for, but it makes the most beautiful sparkle champagne. This is the Super Sparkle White, which definitely is whiter in colour than the Just For You. The reason I'm talking about this is because we talked about it in previous videos where I was trying to find an alternative for the Super Sparkle White. But look at this. Look at this. I mean, I'm sorry. The silver diamonds from Yvonne at Resin Supplies Den. Again, I'm not sponsored by Yvonne. I don't earn money if you go and buy that product. It is sublime. Like, exquisitely sublime. Stunning stuff. Here are the stars. Again, they are sequins, so silver sequins. And I have sped this section up for you. The reason I've sped it up is because it was quite a process. I used all 4 of my pots. So again, each pot has got something different in it. I used all 4 pots at different stages. Again, with no real idea of where I was going to pour them. I just knew that I wanted the antlers as sparkly as I could possibly get them. So for the first few, I did use the diamonds from Yvonne because I just wanted that insane, intense sparkle. Then it was just a case of pouring the resin in where I felt like pouring the resin. My initial idea, I'll be honest with you guys, my initial idea to make these stags, which also was my patrons' idea. I did ask my patrons, like, guys, I've got 1 slot left. What do I do? Do I do baubles? Do I do stags? What do I do? And the majority vote was stags. So thank you to my patrons for helping me out on that one, because sometimes you have so many ideas and no time to do them. But my initial idea for these stags was to add in some eco. I wanted to see the contrast between white eco and the super high sparkly gloss of everything else that was going in there. But when it came to the day, I just couldn't do it. I was like, not today, not today. We'll save that for another project, just to add in some eco swirls or eco lines, just to see the difference between the two. But honestly, yeah, my heart was fully in the sparkly. So as you can see on screen, I'm pouring all of my 4 pots with all of the different concoctions. I'm pouring them sporadically. I had no real, like I've said multiple times, no real idea of where I wanted these to go. I just knew I wanted the contrast between the block, so the whiteness of those powders, against the crushed up glass effect of that diamond, and the stars together. Now, I did make quite a big pot of resin, so as I went along, I was able to add more into each pot if I felt like I needed more of that or more of something. What I did want to do was make sure that I've still got some clear left, because the plan was to go in over all of them right at the very end with some clear resin to see what kind of effect we will get with that. But at this point in time, I'm loving them. Now, if you are here and you already do resin, you might be thinking, yeah, Claire, but it won't stay there. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. If you are new to resin, resin has a mind of its own. And despite our best efforts of what we think we want, resin often says, nah, not today. Not today. Resin does move. So even though you can see I've put in those lines, those stripes, I knew full well that those 2 resins at some point will mingle a little bit more, they'll blend a little bit more, and I might lose those lines that I've put in, and it won't necessarily look anything like the beginning of the process. Because again, as resin cures, it tends to meld and move and basically do its own thing. The only time you're going to get resin to do exactly what you want is when you use one colour in a mould, and that is it. It will come out that colour. Even then, If it's a mica, it might not, because it will actually give you some beautiful cloud effects. And yeah, but yeah, resin is just, that's what I love most about it. Never knowing what you're gonna get at the end of it. It's almost like Christmas. Would you believe? It's almost like Christmas. Today is Saturday. You are watching this video. If you are watching this video today on the Saturday, I just cannot believe, guys, that Christmas is in 2 days. Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. I don't know where this year has gone. It has by far been the best year ever for me. I've had the most fun on my channel. So I wanted to say in this video, which is a main live chat video, that I appreciate you all more than I think any of you will ever be able to understand or comprehend. Like, I literally could not be here without you watching this right now. So from the bottom of my heart, I massively appreciate you. I love you. I thank you so much for allowing me to do this as a full-time job. Never in my wildest dreams, when I started my channel almost 6 years ago to the month, well, it is 6 years ago to the month, I started my channel as a hobby, as a side thing, like something to get me away from work, you know. Never in a million years did I think that 6 years later I would not only be doing this full time, but it would be, I got my 100k plaque this year. It's been a crazy year for me. So as the year comes to an end, and this is the penultimate video, we've got a little extra video coming for you tomorrow. That's just a small one. Yeah, huge thank you. Thank you, thank you, and thank you so much. Back to the video. You just saw me there use up the rest of my resin, pouring over everything that I've done. Now, of course, that is going to make everything move in the mold. A, I did this to fill them up, but B, I really wanted to see how all of those elements would interact with each other. The stars especially, you know, those diamonds are going to be heavy, so I knew they would sink, whereas the powders would potentially float. This is what we are looking like, and it was time to walk away and keep everything crossed that these would come out as beautiful as they currently look, or would it all just muddy together and be one hot mess? This was the next day. It was time to demold, and oh my goodness me, I was already so happy with everything I was seeing. First up, we definitely have some clear areas, which is exciting for me. I pouring the clear resin in has pushed some of those resins to one side, and it has given us some transparent areas, and I absolutely love that. Demolding these, just go easy around the antlers. That's all I can say. Is a wow. This was a wow for me. I absolutely loved them. They were the most spectacularly sparkly, stunning and sublime. All of the S's, guys, who am I? All of the S's, they were seriously right up my street when it came to bling. Now, you know, I'm not even really a bling girl, but these, come on, look at them. I loved them. I loved the fact that all of the different elements that I poured in kind of did stay in their lane. I'm loving the bum on this one. It's the sparkliest bum ever on a stag. This is the shape I like the least, but once poured, I was all right with it. Again, all of the stars kind of rested around the bum area. Those crushed diamonds by Yvonne, stunning, absolutely stunning. And the super sparkle white and the glitter, the sparkly mica from Just For You Online, all working together in the most beautiful way. But these, the silver diamonds, I can't get enough. I'm all out. I used it all up. I cannot wait to get more. They are just beautiful. Again, demold after demold after demold. I'll save you from the long demold process. Just beautiful. And this one here, we've got completely clear areas in the antlers. That was not intentional. It's just how I poured it. Again, I had no real plan, but the clarity of this resin, beautiful. And this is where resin feels like Christmas. Look at this, guys. You never know what you're gonna get, especially when you pour. When you do a pour like this, the front and the back sometimes look the same, but they're different. They are different. You can see here we've got a big block of white on the black on the back, but on the front we've got a nice kind of line of that glitter and those stars coming through. The legs are in that diamond, and the face is so cute. And we've got some areas of transparency running through the body. You can actually, when I put my hand underneath, you can see my fingers through it. I love that. I love that this one looks like it's just got a starry glittery scarf around its neck. I'm fully obsessed with the results of these stags. Now, if you missed last year, if you weren't with me last year, I did quite a few videos using these because there's just the possibilities. I think that's what gets me. That's what gets my heart racing. When you get a mold like this, it is a blank canvas for you to do whatever it is you want. And oh my goodness me, have I changed or what? I am all about the bling, I'm telling you now. I love this one. I love how the back leg and the front leg are two different ones. So it genuinely looks like that leg up is in front of the leg behind. Not intentional. Again, I was just pouring where I poured. I didn't even think. I just poured. I love that all the legs are slightly different. Those stars, those miniature 4-point stars are just beautiful. And again, we've got some transparency in the neck area. This one here is my favorite shape out of all of the stags. This shape, my favorite shape. She looks like a queen. She looks like a princess. She looks like royalty. Absolute diva on the catwalk. If stags had a catwalk, this stag would be winning the show. And it's just beautiful. Even the transparent areas, they're not exactly where I would want them. She looks a bit patchy, but just love. Love, love, love. I love the little leg that's got a little bit of transparency in there with the stars, the glitter, the diamond dust. Everything about these screams bling and beauty and sparkly and Disney and just New Year's Eve sparkly. I love them. I hope you've loved them too. I especially love the transparent areas. I think you can't plan for that. You can't plan for transparency, but pouring clear resin down on top of your pieces at the end definitely pushes everything else to one side, and then you might just be lucky enough to get some transparency in your pieces. I'm fully obsessed. How would I finish these off? I would honestly probably use silver chain, not real silver chain, but you know, faux silver jewellery, just to give them that beautiful finishing touch. String is not going to do it for me on these. It's not. It wouldn't be good enough for me. I would definitely want either some thick, clear, you know that fishing wire? You can get fishing wire that's quite clear. Thick, clear fishing wire to add into it, or a blingy piece of rope or blingy twine of some kind, just to finish them off and give them that little finishing touch of respect. String, don't do it. Don't do it. I love them. I hope you've loved them too. I really enjoyed working with the resin. It is crystal clear in the transparent areas. Yeah, very, very lovely resin to work for. Now, here's the thing. I'm not affiliated with Elichem in any way. I love this resin. I do not get paid to say that. I'm not paid to do this video. They sent me the resin to try it out. I love it. It was real nice to work with. Nice flow to it. Super crystal clear in the areas where it needs to be. Yeah, really, really lovely resin. I will leave a link down below. I sadly, I don't have a code for you guys. I don't earn commission from this. But yeah, thank you so much to Elichem for sending this over. Really beautiful to work with. I'm obsessed with the results. I cannot get enough of this. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you all in the live chats in the new year. This is my final live chat video. I literally love you all for spending 3 nights a week with me here in the live chat. Like, really, you guys are amazing. And for anyone else watching, this is my final live chat technical kind of video of the year. But there is a little extra video for you to come tomorrow. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for tomorrow's. It's just a little something that I figured I would film and share with you anyway. But today's video is officially me saying Merry Christmas. I hope you all have an amazing Christmas. And yeah, reach out if you feel you want to over the period. I will be back in the new year, fresh, fatter, and happy. I'll see you then. Bye.